Oops.
Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody spread the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as
Hello, Bonjour Sanbonani. Welcome to Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. It is so significant to have a positive mindset, more especially under these circumstances. So this network has the potential to completely revolutionize every aspect of your life and career. My name is Dr. Riel Ngunene, and I'm going to be your host for today. So if you're watching us online, please feel free to put in the chat box where you're watching us from and what you hope to achieve from our podcast. Today, we are surrounded by greatness in the World Wide Web. We have amazing speakers who's going to share some nuggets on successful parenting. So in Indianapolis, we have Victoria Finch. And in Wisconsin, we have Jean Dempsey. So at this moment, I'll just let our speakers to introduce themselves. So you can go ahead, Victoria.
Hello, I'm Victoria Finch. They call me the Heart Healer. I am a master clinical hypnotherapist. I'm also a master practitioner of emotional freedom techniques, life coach, entrepreneur, and it is my mission in life to work and grow the next generation, because when I rise, we all rise together.
Oh, wow. It's such an honor to have you, Victoria. I believe in that message. When we rise together. It's an honor to have you on this platform, and I am looking forward to hear more of your message.
Thank you. I have 3 wonderful adult children, and we'll talk about their stories as we go along.
Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing. I'm looking forward to hear more of that. You can go ahead, Coach Jean, and please introduce yourself.
Well, hi there. I'm Jeannie, and I am a life coach to women. I've been doing that for nearly 40 years, and we have gone through every possible phase of life a woman can go through. And just this week, I had a young woman come to me. Part of my program, my nurturing program, is to help moms learn how to potty train their children using nurturing. And isn't it interesting how God would bring somebody just this week to help me have something fresh to share with all of you? So I'm looking forward to having our time together this morning.
Oh, wow, wow. I wish I had someone to hold me accountable for potty training by then. It's an
Yes,
honor to have you, Jenny. So I'm
thanks.
looking forward to hear more of that message.
Thanks.
So, Victoria, I have a question for you. I have a question for you. If you happen to have your own billboard, I can see your billboard coming down there in the busy highway in Indiana. What will your billboard say?
She loved and was loved. She understood that she had to stop being who she was to become who she was meant to be.
Wow, wow. She loved. She loved and she loved and what?
She had to let go of who she was so that she could become who she was meant to be.
Just let go of who you were. You are not a prisoner. You are not a prisoner of your past, but a pioneer for your own future. So just let go to become the best version of yourself. I love that. I love that. Wow, wow. How about you, Ginny? Maybe your billboard is already down there in the busy highway in Wisconsin. What will your billboard say?
My billboard would say, I would like it to say, come to me, all you who are heavy laden, and I'll show you Jesus.
Wow, I'll just give you rest. I will give you rest. Come to me,
Mm,
come to me. Wow. I love both billboards,
yes.
really. Yeah. So I believe my billboard will be the third billboard driving down the highway. And it's gonna say what? The sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. It's definitely coming. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started where we have let me prep it. We have Victoria Finch. Victoria Finch, MHT, the Heart Healer, is an award-winning global speaker, international best-selling author, certified life coach, and parallel entrepreneur. Victoria feels being a mother of three productive, loving children to be her greatest accomplishment. Victoria Finch is a life and business strategist that teaches heart-centered professionals how to make more money and manage their life with more confidence, joy, and fulfillment at work as well as at home. She is the founder of the Soul Sister Success Circle, a global sisterhood of dynamic women on mission to empower heart-centered professional women who are struggling to show up authentically female in a male-dominated world, accelerate into their highest potential, and shatter the glass ceiling. Victoria believes that together we rise. Victoria is a parallel entrepreneur, and she also holds a real estate broker's license, and she's also the owner of Avalon Executive Assistants LLC and Business Funding Elite LLC, among other business ventures. So, kings and queens, please join me and welcome Victoria Finch.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much for having me here. I haven't heard that bio in a while. Thank you so much for being here. I want to take you on a journey with me. Imagine being a mother. Imagine incubating this beautiful child within you for 9 full months. The child is born, and as mothers, we want to make sure that our child is healthy. We're counting fingers, we're counting toes, and they're all there. Thanks be it to God. Fast forward a couple of years, and you start to notice some things. Your baby is not developing as a 2-year-old should. Your child starts to rock. Your child starts to look off into the distance. And you start to wonder, what's going on with my child? Something is different here. As a mother, you don't always have the answers. For me, I decided to seek professional help. My then husband and I was given the news that our son was on the autism spectrum. Imagine getting that news. You were happy for the 10 toes and the 10 fingers, and now you realize you have a neurodivergent child. I got really busy. I started seeking and learning what can I do? How can I make my son successful here in life? Some other things started to happen. Doubt. Will I be able to provide for this child in the way that he needs? Will I be able to help him become a productive member of society? My son's name is Cameron. And as we started to learn more about him being on the spectrum, these are some things we learned. 74% of children diagnosed on the autism spectrum disorder have also diagnosed with a mental illness. It could be anxiety, it could be depression, bipolar. Of those 74%, 40% of them are diagnosed with 2 mental disorders. In our case, Cameron he has anxiety, and he also suffered from depression. 1 in 36 children are diagnosed on the spectrum. And I remember as Cameron was growing and we would take Cameron to the store, he would sometimes have an episode where he would be loud and he would be screaming, and people would start to look at us and say, why can't you control your child? I learned compassion. I learned that when I see a child at a store misbehaving, I think to myself, this could be the 1 in 36 child. That taught me compassion. Cameron grows up, fast forward, and we didn't know what expectations we needed to have for him. So we had 2 other children who were high achievers. And we pressured Cameron to be like his brother and sister. We didn't say that to him, but we didn't learn that we had to adapt for Cameron. All of our children are different. All of our children are unique. This is what I had to learn in this situation with my son. I could go tell my oldest daughter, please go and get mommy's purse. And while you're at it, close the door and don't forget to clear your table. And she would do those 3 steps. Cameron could not. And sometimes I found myself frustrated thinking, these are easy instructions, but with him being on the spectrum, I had to learn to give him 1 instruction at a time. It would be, go get mommy's purse. When he bought the purse, it would be, please go do this. You may have a child that frustrates you because you think that they should respond a different way, or you think that they should know something different, but they don't. As parents, it's so important that we understand that each of our children are unique. Each of them are different. That doesn't make one smarter or less intelligent. It just means that God has given them a different drum to beat to in their lives. With Cameron, it didn't help that he was bullied in middle school mercifully. And that only helped with his anxiety. He always felt out of place. He always felt like he didn't belong. Even at home, sometimes he felt that when he would compare himself to his brothers and his sisters. And parents, I want you to say, sometimes we will compare our children without realizing that we're doing it. We have to praise and meet our children where they are. We have to learn. For Cameron, I could not ask him, did you have a good day? I would say, what did you learn today? What was different today? What excited you about school today? to get him to open up, to get him to start speaking to me. The other children, I would say, did you have a good day? Yeah, Mom. And they'd tell me 50 things that happened. So as parents, we really have to see our children as individuals. Cameron was failing miserably at school, and we had to step in. I had to go talk to the administrators. Parents, you have to be the advocate for your child. No one's going to do it like you. No one's going to love your child like you are. You have to show up. You have to show up for your children. And we developed plans for Cameron, and we discovered that he had a knack for football. He loved football. He was in a total different zone. He was a totally different child when he was playing sports. And so this child went from failing because he didn't know where he fit in to getting into sports and understanding that he had a tribe. He found his tribe and his teammates. And for people who are on the spectrum, routine is really important. Being in sports helped him with that routine. It helped him. Fast forward, Cameron is now 21 years old, and Cameron has won 2 championship rings for football at his university. He was able to go to school on a full ride scholarship for football. And I want to say, when you look at your child, don't ever discount your child. Always encourage them. Always be there for them. You never know what they could become. Not only did he win, his team go on to win 2 championships at his junior university, he got a scholarship for a full 4-term university. Cameron did make the decision to leave football after several injuries. He moved into the field of helping other children and teens with autism. He is now a licensed, oh my gosh, let me get the term right. He is now a licensed technician that works exclusively with those with autism. So he is bringing on the next generation, this child who did not even talk for the first 2.5 years, 3 years of his life, is now leading others. And he is a leader and he understands them. And my message to you parents, especially those who are dealing with children who are neurodivergent, have patience with them, get help for them. Because when we are worn out from the episodes, sometimes we just want to snap back at them. And I would just encourage you, lean on your village. Professional help, family help, lean on your village. I'm Victoria Finch, I'm the heart healer.
Wow, Victoria, you know what? Just drop the mic. Drop the mic. Honestly, you see how it turned out to be when you just speak from your heart, you just heal the world. You've started your message saying that through your parenting, you've learned compassion. Because of Cameron, everywhere you go with him, they'll be like, you'll have to train up your child. You'll have to train up your child. And you've also mentioned that you might have that child that frustrates you, that child who is different from the rest. But as parents, we need to understand that all our children are unique, and don't ever compare your children. You've also mentioned that you've decided to be an advocate for Cameron in his school. To the administrator, you were like, you know what, let's just put a plan that can help Cameron to cope with the school environment. And you just did that because he was differently able. It doesn't mean that he can't do anything, but he can do everything in a different way. And that's what he just did. Look at him. Wow. I applaud you. I applaud you, Victoria. Thank you so much for sharing such a profound, much needed message. We really needed to hear this. And you've also mentioned that we'll have to be patient with our children. May God help us. Thank you. Thank you so much, Victoria, for such a profound, much needed message. Thank you. So now from Indiana, we're going to Wisconsin, where we have Jeannie Dempsey. Jeannie Dempsey's journey, it began in seeking healing for her broken heart, loving her husband, and learning how to survive in a new way. At her lowest point, God met her and brought her through that terrible time in her life. His love and care took Jeannie to the beautiful fruit of the spirit, which is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, and self-control. And through her breakdowns and breakthroughs, she discovered that the desperateness that we all feel. So in the 36 years of walking with women to find the nurturing love Jesus has for them, she saw how she can transform our lives and the lives of all those around us. So Jeannie is saying that those 9 qualities of God's Spirit are exactly what every woman wants to experience for herself and to be able to pass on to her spouse, her children, and all others. So these qualities, as she has mentioned, the qualities of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control will take her to a love that has no limits. So helping women to transform with and travel life in these qualities is Jeannie's passionate heart. Kings and queens, please join me and welcome Jeannie Dempsey.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be here and have this opportunity to really share my heart with all of you. And for me to tell you a little more about myself, let me just take you back to a cold November afternoon where a young woman is curled up in a ball on the couch and she's anxiously waiting for a phone call. And this phone call she knows is going to change her whole life. And finally, the phone rings. And the voice on the other end gives her the dreaded news. Yes, it's positive. She's pregnant. She's an unwed mother. And that girl was me. That was me 52 years ago. And what happened in those times, I married the father of that baby, and we both have had 2 babies since then. They've given us 11 beautiful grandchildren, and we intend to have many more years with them. But in those years, I've known fearful valleys, but I've also known amazing, amazing mountains too. And here's what happened. That terrifying crisis became the foundation for a profound transformation in my heart. And God, in his mysterious ways, used this deeply troubling experience to show me a new way. He cultivated in me a new heart to reach out not only to my own family, but to other women, to mothers. First of all, to help them learn how to love themselves, but then also how to love their children even more, even better. So I experienced that transformation, and to this day, I continue to experience that constant working in my heart that the Lord does with us. And I really look forward to how he continues to bring that forward. And the Bible calls it the fruit of the Holy Spirit, like our host shared with us: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. And the first time I experienced God's love, I dissolved into uncontrollable sobs. I'd never experienced love like that before. And that joy I had never known like that before. And I knew I would never be alone again. You know, when you're going through such a hard experience as what I was going through, the thoughts keep coming to your mind that, how can I do this by myself? And God showed up for me. He showed me he's there for me. I'm not alone. So I want to take you on a journey with me, like he did with me. Envision, I want you to close your eyes and just envision yourself experiencing love like you've never known love before. No conditions, no strings attached, fully accepted just as you are. How does that feel? How does that feel? Now envision experiencing the deep satisfying joy that's rising up in you. It's filling you all over. Does it seem to maybe be the result of that love that you're imagining? Ah, yes. Then you're noticing now, maybe I'm hoping, you're experiencing a warmth seeping into every crevice of your being, a deep stillness that is enveloping you, and this is peace. This is peace. Could this calm, centered feeling, this really direct outcome of love and joy, be something you could have on a regular basis? As these parts of God's fill you, I want you to notice something more. There's a relaxation of your nerves and muscles filling you, a peaceful clarity in your thinking. There's a sense of patient calm within you. And I hope you can experience this. In the process of centering yourself on these first 4 fruits of the Holy Spirit, imagine that your heart is growing. Something new is happening. And I can tell you a new spirit, a new nature is developing and cultivating in your heart. And you're becoming filled with his kindness, his goodness, and his gentleness. It feels natural and maybe even easy to function this way. This is the infilling of God's love, joy, peace, and patience. And as you walk in these characteristics, you find yourself really desiring to stay in this state. It feels so good. You don't want to leave. And that's where the fruit of God's faithfulness starts to work within you to help you want to desire that faithfulness to be in that state. And then there it is, the final transformation, self-control, the long suffering that divinely emerges when the Holy Spirit is really working within your heart. I've experienced this fruitful state, and God and others have really helped me to understand how desperately we need this. And so that's where I developed this nurturing program where I've helped women discover what God has for them, that he has so much more for them than they've had before. So my aim is to guide all of us into understanding and experiencing God's nurturing love for us first, for ourselves first, and then be able to pass that on to our children and our family. But the timing, I developed it and created it, but then when would I bring it forward to the world or to others? And then the pandemic happened, and I realized that now is the time. Today is the time. When the pandemic happened, parents lost touch with those that were helping guide their children. And we saw a deep disconnect between parents and children, and we saw a huge upheaval in the mental health system. So this unique nurturing process is proved to be very effective in bridging that gap. It helped moms connect with their children like they haven't connected before, because they had something first to give themselves and then be able to give to their children what their children needed. And I discovered along the way that not only has God given us the fruit of his Spirit, but he's also given each of us a love language. I think all of us have heard about our love languages. They're words of affirmation and gifts of service. And I'm losing my list here. Physical touch is one of them, quality time. Those 5 are very, very important. But he's also given us each a personality, a temperament. And as parents learn to get to know their child, they are able to reach their child and interact with them in a deeper level. So that's the lesson that I had to learn first, and then be able to pass that on to other moms, to other women. And as I reached their heart and touched their heart, or help them reach with God's help, there is this real rich relationship develop between us and our children. So what I'd like to do is just close at this point and just invite you to reach out to me. I offer a free discovery session with anyone who is interested, and I'd love to share this process, this nurturing process with you. So, and I just want to thank you for having me today.
Wow, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jeannie, for sharing your profound message, and more especially like around relying upon God on everything. You've mentioned the 7 pillars to amazing love, and love covers everything. You've also mentioned joy, you've mentioned peace, you've also mentioned patience, the way Victoria mentioned that we should be, we also have to be patient with ourselves before we are patient with our children, because if we're losing that cool within ourselves, we're not going to be able to be patient with our children. And you said when you started sharing about your journey as a young mom who wasn't married, who decided to give birth, but you ended up marrying that love of your life. But what I'm learning from this is just the kindness, the gentleness of our Savior, who was able to sustain you through and through. And look at you where you are now. You're just passing it on to other women too. You're building other women based on your experience. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jeannie, for sharing such a profound, much needed message. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So now let's just check what our audience are learning. I believe our audience, from all of your amazing messages, they've been really, really inspired. I can see Stella Goodwill watching here, and Jarvis Bestman is saying that loving yourself, and Mariah Cox is saying that parents, we see you. Yes, we see you, Mariah. And Jarvis is saying, thanks for caring and preserving your child, and for the passion you have. May God bless you. And Zamazulu is saying, no one is going to love your child as you. And that is so true. That is so true. And Jarvis, once again, he's saying that every child has something inside of them. You'll have to be patient with your child. And Kumo Africa is saying that parents must take note of individual differences of their children. With that, we can handle our children's situation. And that is so true. And I can see Princess Sebe, she's saying, thank you, ladies. And Annalie and Bernard, they are just giving us all the love, all the likes, all the hearts that we really need. I believe our audience really, from all of your amazing messages, have been inspired. So to our audience online, please feel free to put in the chat box if you happen to have any questions to any of the speakers today. If you have questions for Victoria, please just drop a line and ask those questions, as well as Jeannie. If you happen to have any questions for Jeannie, just drop them in the chat box. We're going to attend to your questions at the end of the podcast. So it's not going to be a show without me showing up and showing off. But before I speak, I'm going to be the next speaker. But before I speak, I'm just going to share my bio with you. So please enjoy. I'll come back and speak. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights. Because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. Really, my goal as a mentor or as a coach is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to pursue success and drive sustainable. I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights.
Dr. Nampumalelo Rial Kunene is an international human rights policy analyst who consults on policies and procedures related to human rights compliance. She is a highly sought-after, energetic, certified Lace Brown international speaker. This passionate leader holds a PhD with a discipline in leadership and business. Dr. Rial N. Kunene is the author and host to Rise to Greater Heights, a book and YouTube channel to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. She is also a coach, mentor, and an MC, well known for encouraging many to rise from mediocrity into greatness. Her vision is not only to motivate, but also to empower audiences with a fresh perspective inspiration they require to pursue success and drive sustainable outcomes. In a seriously funny way, Dr. Kunene is an award-winning author, 10 times #1 Amazon and international best-selling author. Her #1 best-selling book, Rise to Greater Heights, has inspired and empowered many to pursue their personal and professional passion to become go-getters. As a trainer, diplomacy protocol officer, and strategist, Rial believes that we are in full control of our choices. Her mission is to meet the needs and transform lives of her clients and her audience. She is also a true advocate for creating new policies that uphold human rights and prevent human rights violations. Dr. Kunene's purpose is to teach everyone about human rights and help organizations understand and promote human rights. Her goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs, then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. This change maker, trailblazer, and revolutionary is pushing boundaries and creating a real change worldwide. Like a phoenix that never accepted defeat and rose from its own ashes, she wants to challenge you to unleash your greatness and rise to greater heights. Dr. Rial N. Kunene wears many hats. As a professional certified sales manager, CEO, certified travel counselor, publisher, medical esthetician, philanthropist, and a commissioner for oaths, following her dreams gave her purpose to see her goals through and understand that she does have everything she needs to reach her full potential. Her everyday message is that your journey to be a better person starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core will make you understand that you are the only one who can accomplish your dreams. Hebrews 11, Psalms 27 and 40 keeps her to rise to greater heights. The sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Kings and queens, please join me. Welcome, Dr. Rial N. Kunene.
Thank you so much, amazing speakers. You know, like following after you, I remember Victoria on the other side. She was like, you know what? You might have that child who frustrates you most of the time, but you know, as parents, we'll have to understand that all our children, they are quite unique. Just be patient with the child. Be patient, because you will never know how the child is going to turn out to be. He's going to turn out to be great, the way Cameron turned out to be great. And then Jeannie on the other side, she shared all the 7 pillars to amazing love. She shared how she relied upon God, the love of God, joy, the peace that He has brought into her life. And being patient with yourself, with your children, with those who are around you. And she also mentioned that kindness, goodness, gentleness. These are all the 7 pillars to an amazing love, including self-control and faithfulness. So my question to you, as you're watching and listening under my voice today, asking you, can single parents be successful? Can single parents be successful? If you already know the answer, please just drop it in the chat box, because being a single mom is not a setback. You have to own your single mom status and find what you love and just do it. Just do it. Yes, you can be a single mom and make millions while you're trying to raise your young ones. The concept of hustling is not a new one. So to all the single mothers out there who are really holding the fort and raising their family all by themselves, just when given that opportunity just to do it, they can start and sustain multi-million dollar organizations. And one essential tool for success in business or anything in life is confidence. Confidence. Why? I'm glad you've asked that, because people can smell a lack of it if it's missing. If confidence is missing in you, it's gonna be so easy to see. So you'll have to start strong and self-fund by being a certified hustler. And remember that operating on a tight budget and problem solving are both general skills for a successful mom entrepreneur out there. So kings and queens, you really don't have to see the whole staircase in life, but you need to take the first step to get to the top. As my mentor always say, that you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to become great in life. So get started. Get started today by being a certified hustler. For me, honestly, I used to worry about money a lot. I used to worry about money a lot, asking myself exactly, how do you start a business broke? I then chose, I then chose to showcase to the world that yes, I can be a single mom, but I can still have it all. I can still have it all by setting goals for my business and for my life, because I was convinced that there are numerous single moms out there with great experiences. So I decided to wear the hustler hat, and then I created work that is profitable but not visible. So it's a wake-up call, kings and queens. It's a wake-up call to just follow your passion. It's a wake-up call to follow your purpose. It's a wake-up call. But when that alarm clock goes off, please, 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 don't ever hit the snooze button. Don't be like, I will wake up in the next 2 minutes. I will wake up in the next 4 minutes. You know what? Just wake up, get going, and take pride in your successful parenting. Take pride. The way you're just raising your kids is just enough. It is just enough. Life is not about always being spick and span and perfect. Just appreciate yourself and give yourself credit for the way you're just bringing up your children. Of course, you will have your own highs and lows in life. Just take a look at the way you've brought your children up, and remember that your children, they just have you, and that is more just enough. It's more enough for them. So kings and queens, let's just face this. You can't really give from an empty cup. You really can't give from an empty cup, but you need to fill up your cup first. Fill up your cup first, and then from the overflow, you're going to be able to share with the world. But you can't give from an empty cup. So it's high time you fill your cup first. So while it may sound difficult, it is also the imperfections of life that give it character. And that is how your children will see the love and know what efforts you're just putting in for them. You'll have to realize how amazing your children have turned out to be, and just give yourself, just give yourself a pat in the back, because no one else is going to celebrate you except you celebrate yourself. So at the end of the day, failure shouldn't be our undertaker, but you'll have to take each and every opportunity to begin again and again, as long as you learn from it. And the sooner you realize that failure is just a temporary detour, you will keep on trying and build the right attitude. So blaming others of not reaching your goals in life really can paralyze you. It can paralyze you and make your dreams become so impossible. So please, please handle failure with dignity, because you will not succeed in life without first failing. Just handle failure with dignity. So to all single parents out there, you must know exactly what you want from life. You must know what you want from life, because you are solely responsible for your own success and your own failures too. I remember it was Barack Obama who once said, the future rewards those who press on. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to complain. I'm going to press on. I'm going to press on. I really don't have time to feel sorry for myself. And this message really, it states something within me. So remember that your dreams are valid, and all you need to do is just fight for your dreams. Fight for your dreams, and you will eventually achieve them. As flight attendants always say that, put on your oxygen mask first before assisting the person who's sitting next to you, because if you don't, trust me, when that flight goes down, you will definitely go down. So It's high time you gain knowledge on parenting. We've been learning about potty training today. We've been learning about how you can actually help your child, how you can advocate for your child in that school, in that community. How can you be the best advocate for your children? Because the reality is your journey to be a better person, it doesn't start with your children. It doesn't start with your spouse. It doesn't start with your loved ones. The reality to be a better person, it starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach to your full potential. So don't ever give up on your heart's desires. Just recall this, just in case you can't find a way out. You can have your drive within you to become what you really want in life. I'm a firm believer of affirmation. So we're going to affirm this together. We're going to affirm this together as if we're taking an oath by placing our left hand on our chest, and you're going to raise your right hand. So let's affirm this together by placing your left hand on your chest and raise your right hand. And we're going to affirm and say this: I can have the drive within me to become what I really want in life. Can you say it one more time as if you have faith in your own powerful voice? And guess what? It will echo throughout the whole universe. So say, I can have the drive within me to become what I really want in life. Yes, you can have that drive within you to become what you really want in life. You can have that drive within you to get where you want to be in the next 6 months. That drive is just in the inside of you. It's not from the outside. So just give yourself a round of applause, because that drive is just inside of you. No one else can have that drive except you. It's so funny how my mom and dad gave me this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful name, Nompumelelo. Nompumelelo, I know many, when they try to say my name, they always butcher my name. But Nompumelelo, really, Nompumelelo in my own language, it means mother of all success. So you can see that I am really, really challenged to chase after success. No matter what comes my way, I'll have to chase after success. So if I may ask you, how many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve? Maybe let me say in the next 6 months. I know myself, I am one of those. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. So as a coach or as a mentor, like many of us here, my goal is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired actions to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. I so wish that you can just tell yourself that, I've had enough from all these amazing speakers. It's high time I go out there and be the change that I want to see in my family, and be the change that I want to see in my community, and be the change that I want to see to those who look at you as an inspiration. But in order for you to go out there and be the change, you know what? You've got to be hungry. You've got to be hungry, like a hungry lion in the jungle. Really, that hungry lion in the jungle, it doesn't matter what kind of animal comes this way. It doesn't matter if you're the giant elephant or that small squirrel by the jungle. All that hungry lion sees in front of his face is lunch. It's so funny though, because even with elephants, what they do when they see a lion, what they do is that they run. It's all about the mindset. Once you believe, you become. They already told themselves that, you know what, I am a lunch to that lion. So each and every time when I see a lion, I'll have to run. I believe that's the lion mindset that we need in order for us to rise to greater heights, because I believe that we all rise together, and we rise by lifting each other up. We don't rise by tearing anyone down or maybe stepping on another person to get to the top, but we rise by lifting each other up. It's so funny. When I was in the eighth grade, I was nicknamed Phoenix. I was nicknamed Phoenix after writing a composition using the idiomatic expression that says, I rose from the ashes like a phoenix bird, meaning I became successful again. Really, that English teacher, she didn't know that the nickname Phoenix, it resonates with me. And it also aligns with my destiny. So for those of you who don't know the phoenix bird, the phoenix is a Greek mythological bird believed to rise from its own ashes after being buried like hundreds of years ago. This immortal creature acquires new life by rising from the ashes of its own ancestor, which represents our capacity for vision and success. So I want to encourage you, if you are watching and listening under my voice today, that when your world comes crashing down, wear your scars to show how a phoenix feels like to die from inside. And trust in your own capability to rise from your own ashes, since the phoenix has to die, burn, experience pain before resurrection from its own ashes. Please write this down. Write this down in conclusion. Resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. And I know you've heard this before, that your setback is your setup for your comeback. Your setback is your setup for your comeback. So if I can be honest with you, I don't know what goals you've set for the next 6 months. I don't know what dreams you have for your own future. But here's one thing I know about you. You are destined for greatness. Inside of you, God has put seeds of excellence. Those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish. But many people have become crippled by their past encounters, and some have stepped over other people to get to the top. But I believe that God has better plans for every one of us, and your objective is what you were designed for, and the reason why you live today. With God, I believe that we're all destined for greatness as long as we follow His strategy. This is when the growth commences, because discovering your gifts and following God's idea, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach your full potential. My everyday inspiration, Mr. Les Brown, he once said, if you had to die today, at this very moment, at this hour, what dreams, what ideas, what visions, what goals, what skills, what talents, and what books will die with you? And the late Dr. Miles Monroe continued saying that the richest place on this planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the goals, all the visions, all the skills, all the talents have been buried. Honestly, I don't know about you, but with me listening to all these amazing messages, it just gave me sleepless nights. And I remember it very well when I started journaling my first book, Rise to Greater Heights, and I lost the count when I got to 10 right away. I told myself that, you know what, it's high time right now I just follow my dreams, which gave me a purpose to see my goals through and understand that I do have everything around me to reach to my full potential. So this year, I am also determined to rise to greater heights with as many motivated professionals, many motivated individuals who are maybe ready to start, grow, and scale their businesses within 90 days. Perhaps you're that individual who started writing your book and then you were like, you know what, I don't have time for this. You've decided to put that book aside. You know what, you can still write and publish your #1 best-selling book, and that book has to be selling. It shouldn't be kept on the Amazon bookshelves. It should be selling. So I offer a free, no obligation, 30-minute friendly Zoom consultation call, which will allow me to find out more about the issues that you are experiencing, and then to see if you are a perfect fit for any of my programs. Because honestly, I don't work with everyone, but I work with certain individuals who will be perfect fit to my programs. So if you're interested maybe in becoming that public speaker, maybe you just want to get started with that book, becoming an author or a coach or maybe a consultant, or maybe that entrepreneur who just want to multiply your income by doing what you truly love, what you're passionate about, and making a real impact out there. I just want to empower you. I want to empower you to become highly effective and an inspiring leader with a kind of personalized but scalable program. So go on my website, www.risetogreaterheights.com, and book that free consultation call. And yes, everything I do in business, it comes with a guarantee. So for whatsoever reason, any of those services I offer there, it doesn't work for you, trust me, it's 100% money back guarantee. Because my ultimate goal at the end of the day, my ultimate goal is that you feel extremely confident about your purpose. So we'll take it one step at a time, and you are definitely going to transform. So if you give me your why, I'll show you the how. How cool is that? So this consultation, it offers accountability, education, growth, as well as success. And you might have to ask yourself, why is she doing this? Why now? You know what? I've been there, I've done that, and many of us have been there, we've done that. I know how it feels like. I remember myself like 5 years ago, I was completely lost in the hustle. I was exhausted. I was overwhelmed. I remember I had a ton of ideas, but there was no tried and true strategy to run with those ideas. So it was only when I invested in coaching and I created my first premium offer, then things started to change. And then I built an income generating business, just doing what I truly love, what I'm passionate about, and making a real impact out there. So now it's your turn to build your own wealth, because you know what? The power is just inside of you. So go out there on my website, www.risetogreaterheights.com, and book that free consultation call. Because you know what? Growing up, I didn't have much in life because my father decided to have an early departure from this planet Earth. And I thank God that I missed that flight, because I'm still here. I'm still sharing my message. I'm still impacting as many lives as much as I can, because I had everything because of my mama's love. And I love you, love you, love you, love you so much, Mom. So I think whosoever say that the sky's the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel Ngunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Thank you so much, amazing speakers. Thank you so much for being with us. So at this moment, please feel free to share with the audience your final thoughts, and share with the audience how they can reach out to you, how they can work with you. And if you have any freebie that you just want to offer to the audience, please feel free to share. Victoria, the stage is yours, Queen.
Hello, everyone. I am back. This has been really interesting today because you are a Les Brown protege. Les was my mentor as well. I was part of his Hungry for Greatness program, a team member for him. And when we first started this, my talk was going to be on entrepreneurship and not on parenting. But as Les always says, if you don't have to get ready if you're ready. So my offer is not one on parenting, but it is on entrepreneurship, and it could be on parenting. As mentioned earlier, I am owner of Avalon Executive Assistants, and we have so much to do in life. We have children to tend to, a family. And if you're a business owner and you find yourself overwhelmed and you find that your work-life balance is very overbalanced very out of balance because you are overwhelmed, that's where we come in. We can help you with your email management. We can help you with your calendar. We can help you even write your content for social media. So if you feel you need to show up a little more on social media, we're here to help you. And we specialize in helping you achieve work-life balance. As such, if you're interested in having a better work-life balance, if you're a coach, if you're a speaker, if you're an entrepreneur, you can reach out to me at Victoria at Just Ask Victoria, and we will do a no-cost discovery call so that we can help you through the challenges and we can help you concentrate on what matters most. That is a free call that we give, and we guarantee that you will get some type of enlightenment after that call. So I'm Victoria Finch. They do call me the Heart Healer. I'm owner of Avalon Executive Assistants. You can reach me at Victoria at justaskvictoria.com. And we can help you with a free ebook on time management, the art of getting things done.
Wow. Our audience should definitely reach out to you. We need someone who will just hold us accountable. Who will be like, you know what, you just need some time to rest. I'm here for you. You've got your assistants who will be managing my calendar. Who doesn't need that? Who doesn't need that? Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Victoria. I believe our audience will really reach out to you. You can go ahead, Coach Jeannie, and please share with the audience.
Well, this has been a wonderful morning together with you girls. I've just really enjoyed this. The thing that I've enjoyed the most is an opportunity to hear how others besides me have such a passion for parenting and for our children. And Victoria, I love your story about your son. I have a grandson who is ADHD, and we've had many conversations on how to best navigate that journey. So I so appreciate this message of making your child front and unique and special. But I also come with the same message for you as a mom, for each of us as a parent. You are unique. You are special too. You need love and care and to be put center as well. And that's what God wants to do for us. So my offer is I'd love to meet with you for a 30-minute discussion, discovery call, and allow me to be that person, that conduit of God that will pour into you and hear your story and bring that nurturing love that you're so hungry for. And I love what you said earlier, Doctor, about getting your cup filled up. You need that cup filled up yourself first, and then be able to pass that on to others, and especially our children. So that's what I long to do, is to just meet with moms. And I do have a potty training program that incorporates the nurturing process, that 7-pillar nurturing process. And I don't have that program quite done yet, but I am going to be launching that in April. So if you're a mom looking forward to potty training your child, you can reach out to me for more information on that as well. And you'll see on the screen, my best way to reach me is Coach Jeannie at leaningintoyou.com. So there you have it.
Wow, wow. Thank you so much, Coach Jeannie. And I believe it's not only for moms, even dads too. They need this training. They need this training so that they can be responsible for the kids with them. Like potty training, I think I introduced my kids at a very, very later stage. I wish there was someone like you will be like, you know what, it's high time. I'm gonna hold your hand. We're gonna go step by step with me by your side. So I believe our audience will definitely reach out to you. They will reach out to you because they need someone who will just hold them accountable for their own actions. Thank you so much, Coach Jeannie. And thank you so much, Victoria. Really, your presence here at Rise to Greater Heights Network, we really don't take it for granted. I know we're all busy, but you've decided to spare that 90 minutes of your time just to be with us here. So we are so honored, we are so humbled, and we say thank you to both of you. And to our audience online, thank you so much for joining us here at Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. I hope from all these amazing messages, from all these amazing speakers, you've been inspired, you've been motivated, and you are ready to rise to greater heights. So do join us next week at the same time, same place. Thank you. Merci, Sia Bonga.
Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. Only one must say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. Only one must say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody sweat the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as